Matthias made it?
Alright, so today I figure we take another jab in the Jack Boys wave. Jack Boys. So specifically Don Toliver. I really thought he shined on the Jack Boys project, so I figured I'd listen to some more of his music. And I really liked his verse on, I might be wrong, but I think it was Skeletons on Astroworld. It was really good. So we're going to take a dive in that. But before we do that, don't forget to stop by cmpkits.com and pick up a copy of The World Is Yours, 20 royalty-free compositions created by me. And I have more packs in the works and more on the way. And also, if you're on here, don't forget to click on the free loops tab and pick up the Spicy Sunday loops. These are 15 compositions, 5 from MG The Future, 5 from CMP, and 5 from me. So pick up some of those as a taster. We're on week 45 now. And so yeah, pick up some of those as a taster and hear some of those kits in there. Not kits, samples in there and minor in there, and circle back around and pick up a copy of The World Is Yours, because those are 8-bar loops, and these are full sample compositions like Frank Duke's. Royalty free though. Haha. Alright, jump into this Don Toliver beat. So, what I noticed in one of the songs that I listened to by him was, of course, a guitar. But I noticed strings and a pad. So basically what would be kind of like a band in a sense. So what I started was with some strings. Now these originally started from the triad chords of the pad, and I broke them down. So start with the strings, right? So strings are can be very tricky instruments, because on some string articulations, if you don't hit it a certain way, it won't play, or it'll play like a certain velocity or have a certain feel to it. So I picked through the Mellotronin, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was the Mellotronin. Could be wrong though. Yeah, so the Mellotronin is where this came from. It's a 60s tape keyboard like instrument. And then we got a guitar. So on this guitar, to get that rough nitty gritty sound, got the capitator on it. I live by this plugin, and we just got the drive turned up. Got it tuned to a little bit more to the dark side. Did a low cut, left all the highs, and there's a reverb on it. Just a basic Bright Hall from the Arturia reverb. I love Arturia plugins. I live by them. But way better than Omnisphere. Alright, then we got a pad here. So it's a basic Prophet pad. Prophet's one of my favorite synths. I cannot wait to get the actual hardware version of it. I'm dying to get one. Just gotta wait a minute. So there's that. So then when you get those three together, So you get that little nice orchestra feel. It actually reminds me of a track I produced called Gutter Boy on a mixtape last year. Yeah. Give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, so once you get that, you got that nice little orchestral piece feeling. Then I did an actual bass line from the Moog, the mini Moog, or the rodeo. All right, so after I got the Moog bass line, I took the guitar line and then shortened it and made a counter melody guitar. So this one's actually faster than the original one. Alright, so maybe it's not faster than the original one. It's kind of, it counters the original one, but just remember your main melody, a layer, and possibly a pad, and then a counter melody. And once you have that, then your melody section's complete, and you can run that bass line. So I got that bass line running and where the hook would come, but now I'm gonna talk drums, then I'll talk processing. So let's hear the drums. Alright, so this is like a low, like Tom Perk kind of just reverbed out. I just thought it gave it a nice flavor. It just hits on the hits on the 3 beat and the 3 and the 4, so it kind of layers the snare. I never have the perk and the snare playing at the same time except for at the end of the second verse. So you layering perks and snares and toms and all that gives it your snares a more textured feel. It's like a traditional like old technique. They used to layer like a snare drum, like a trash can hit, to get boost up on the high end of it. I actually seen a video of it on YouTube. You can look up like snare layering and stuff, and like stuff to add to snares. Like some people add like the white noise snares and stuff like that. Then the hi-hats, nothing crazy, pretty basic. Your 16th note rolls here and there, the triplets, and then your snare on the 3, and then do your basic kick pattern. And then of course you know to let your 808 follow. Don't forget to make sure your 808's in key with your chords. Chord track, Studio One, lifesaver. When they added this, it was game over. Changed the whole game. Alright, so now everything sounds like together. mentioned that I did exchange the snare for a clap. That gives it a just gives the listener something else to grab their attention. So that's often done. You can switch between a snare, clap, snap, crack, whatever you feel necessary. Throw it on 3-beat and switch between it. Then you can now processing. Yes. So the perk just has a hall reverb on it. Nothing special there. The guitar is being ran through Decapitator. As I said in the Roddy Ricch tutorial, I live by Decapitator. It's an amazing distortion. The hall reverb, and then I actually ran Portal on this. Just one of the presets, and it's parallel processed, and it's kind of just in the background. And then same thing on the other guitar. Those are running the exact same thing, just different melodies. And then filtered out the anything above 500 on that bass, the sub bass line, and the pad and the strings are dry, or at least on their buses. And then ran it through the effect rack. It's a basic vintage preset, and that's pretty much it. So this was a Don Toliver type beat. So takeaway from this, your basic, if you take, it's pretty much like what something along the lines of Travis Scott stuff. I feel like Don Toliver's selection is more airy in a sense, like heavy reverb in a sense, because his voice is kind of similar to Gunna's, except for his voice I think is a little more raspy than Gunna's. And so just remember, good selection, good instrument combination. String, guitar, and pad will always go together. It never fails. And you can even throw in piano keys. I just didn't add piano keys to this one. But keep it simple, but don't be basic. This is a Don Toliver type beat. And don't forget to stop by cmpkits.com and pick up a copy of The World Is Yours. And this is Matthias, and I'll catch you on the next one.